Matt Stetar had everything: success, security, and a future most people would envy, until he made a choice that changed everything. He left behind a stable job and a thriving family business to chase something far riskier. Why would someone trade a guaranteed future for endless uncertainty? What happened next will inspire you to leave everything behind and follow your dreams: the unexpected road to Diesel Creek. From a young age, Matt was fascinated by machines, though he never saw them as a career path. His childhood was spent in a financially secure home thanks to his father's success in the office supply business. That meant private school, a comfortable upbringing, and a life far from the grit of the workshop he would later call home. But something about the traditional route never quite sat right with him. The world of offices, paperwork, and suits wasn't his scene. He needed something real, something tangible. Before we go any further, it's clear that Matt's path took a turn no one saw coming, and what happened next will challenge everything you thought you knew about success and sacrifice. As time went on, that need for hands-on work grew stronger. He was never the type to sit in a classroom and memorize theories. He wanted to build, fix, and restore. Fortunately, I think at this moment we're going to have to dive a little bit deeper into the engine. I was really hoping to avoid that, but, doesn't seem avoidable anymore. Eventually, he took the leap and enrolled in a community college welding program, a choice that set the foundation for his future. Unlike expensive universities that buried students in debt, this was a practical option that gave him real-world skills without the financial headache. And while it didn't scream success to everyone around him, it was exactly what he needed. After finishing his welding certification, Matt bounced between jobs trying to find his place: landscaping, construction, heavy machinery. He dipped his hands into it all. But nothing quite satisfied him until he found himself in a machine shop, surrounded by gears, engines, and broken-down equipment waiting for a second chance. It was in this cluttered, grease-stained space that he realized something crucial: this wasn't just work. It was a passion, an obsession, a calling. So he did what most would never dare: he walked away from a stable career and threw himself into the unknown. He started buying old, forgotten machines, restoring them piece by piece, and documenting the entire process. That's when Diesel Creek was born. What began as a simple passion project quickly grew into something bigger than he ever expected. But it wasn't easy. The work was hard. The money was inconsistent. And the risk was huge. Still, he kept pushing forward, determined to make something out of it. What makes Diesel Creek stand out isn't just the restoration work, it's Matt's ability to breathe life into machines that others left to rot. His is missing a bunch of the engine parts and has no hope of running. I'm hoping this one runs, so today we're here to find out. Every piece of rusted metal he finds has a history, a story buried beneath years of neglect. And with each project, he uncovers more than just old bolts and gears, he unearths forgotten legacies. The dedication, the grit, the patience required, it's not for everyone. But for Matt, it's worth it. Of course, passion alone doesn't pay the bills. The shift from a traditional career to a life fueled by machine restoration came with financial struggles. Gone were the days of guaranteed paychecks and benefits. Instead, he faced uncertainty, long hours, and the kind of exhaustion that seeps into your bones. But there was no turning back. Once you step into this world, there's no leaving. It becomes part of you. There's something almost poetic about the way Matt works. He doesn't just restore machines, he revives them, treating each one like a piece of history that deserves to be remembered. And through Diesel Creek, he's found a way to share that passion with the world. His audience watches not just for the builds, but for the path, the setbacks, the triumphs, the moments of doubt, and the bursts of excitement when an engine roars back to life. He had a thing for old, bulky machines, the kind that most people saw as nothing more than rusting junk. To him, every lever, every gear, every bolt had a purpose. And figuring them out was like unlocking a hidden code. The simplicity of their design made it easy for him to see how one part connected to another, and that kind of knowledge was power. After years of tinkering and fixing, he wanted more than just a repair shop job. He wanted something bigger, something that would push his skills further. That's when he set his sights on a steel additives facility, the same one his father had worked at long before he was even born. This wasn't just about a better paycheck. It was about stepping into a world where his skills could really shine. The offer was solid, promising him stability and a steady career path. With excitement buzzing in his veins, he handed in his 2 weeks' notice, ready to start fresh. But life has a nasty way of throwing wrenches into well-laid plans. Just days before his start date, the company called with bad news. They were facing problems and couldn't follow through on the job offer. Now let's dive into the serious part of this video. We all are known to the fact that in the world of content creation, it's tough to avoid the occasional drama. But Matt has managed to steer clear of any major negative attention. His down-to-earth and relatable personality has helped him build a positive reputation, leaving very little room for haters. If you haven't already, be sure to check out Diesel Creek. You'll be amazed by Matt's passion for construction and his knack for restoring old heavy machinery. Let us know in the comments what you love most about Diesel Creek, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.